Welcome to another edition of Chaplain John with Chaplain John Sayers, featuring special reports and interviews with people doing kingdom ministry in Tulare County and beyond. And now, here's Chaplain John.
Hey, I have a question to ask you. When did Joseph realize that God was the most important in his whole life? Everything was about God. Gail and I are reading through the book of Genesis. And we got to chapter 41, and we're getting through the book of Genesis. And this is the story of Joseph. You know the story. If you have ever seen Joseph's Technicolor coat, we love that musical. But when did Joseph really know that God was the most important thing in his life, regardless of what was going on around him? Remember he was the favorite son. His dad gave him this multicolored coat. His brothers were very jealous of him. His brothers sold him into slavery. And for 13 years, Joseph is taken away from his homeland. He's 13 years, he's a prisoner in Egypt. He's a slave, a prisoner in Egypt. When did he begin his relationship with God? And it dawned on me. I think he may have began, not when everything was going his way, but when he was in prison. That's when he realized it was all about God. Even this great ability to interpret dreams. You won't hear him mention God when he's telling his brothers about a dream he had. They didn't like the dream he had. Go ahead and read that early in his life, which is why they got mad and they sold him into slavery. No mention about God. But now he's in prison. He's in jail. And God is still with him. And he has this ability, again, he gets to interpret dreams. And this time, every time he interprets a dream, he says, God is the one who interpreted. God is the one who knows what the dream means. He says that to the people in jail. He says that in prison. He says that to Pharaoh. God is the one. And then he interprets Pharaoh's dream. And then you know what happens. He becomes second in command in all of Egypt. Only Pharaoh is highest. God had a plan for all of us, didn't he? I wonder if the times we realize that we need God more than anything, maybe it's when we're struggling the most. Maybe when we realize we can't do it on our own. Only God can do it for us. Maybe it's when we're in the valley of the shadow of death. Psalms 23, right? That we realize that God is with us. It's all about God. God has a plan.